Hello, everybody. Long time no see. So I'll do an ad hoc stream, unplanned stream today. Of course, I did not do my CW practice as I should do. So I thought I start the stream, then I'm forced to do it live. And afterwards, we'll have a look at VaraAC and see if I can make some contacts. But as I'm always only running 10 watts, it will be difficult, but maybe we are lucky. Okay, so let me switch over to the monitor and we'll get started. Okay, and you hear some nasty white noise in the background, and that's because I found a better way to do my CW practice, or at least show you. So as you know, I was using Morse Mania and was filming directly from the screen, and ta-da, I can do it much better now. There's a tool. You can basically just grab the screen of your Android phone directly via USB connection, so no need to film the screen and have blurry, glossy fingerprints and so on. Of course, yeah, now I talk too long. Let me get it started again. The tool is called, one second, let me have a look. Screen copy something, yeah. It's called SCR-CPY, so screen copy. You can get it from GitHub. Seems to work quite well. So we unlock my phone again and we get started. And yes, it's working. Play. No, what have I selected? Which level? So as you can see, I went through all my character trainings and I'm stuck now on the numbers. So let's do the level 19 challenge for all the characters. I hope the audio works for the mobile phone. That's why you hear this scratchy white noise. So if I mute it, it goes away, but then you don't hear the Morse code. So let's see. And let's go. Yeah, already stuck. What was that? A J or a V? I think a V. That was a C. I just don't find it on the keypad. Hello, where are you? Here. As you can hear or not hear, I need to concentrate, and now I've lost the character because I started talking. Can I repeat this somehow? Yes. Tap on the speaker and it repeats. So that was a B. Oh, I'm slow. It's terrible. That was an R. That was a set, I think. Hooray. Okay, so that at least worked. And yeah, as you know, numbers are my weak spot. Everybody else has no problems with numbers. I have problems with numbers. But before we do that, I wanted to show you. I know I'm advertising this program a little bit. It has pros and cons. I mean, one con is that the keyboard is quite small. So if you have a tablet, like 5 or 8-inch tablet, then it definitely will work better. I mean, I can cope, but I think people might have problems. I don't know. Does it? Aha, see, it rotates. I'm an idiot. You can just put it horizontal. It's not documented, or I haven't read the documentation. So that is now, of course, no problem anymore. Okay, now it disappeared again. 1 second. I should disable my screen timeout here. Okay, so let's see. What I wanted to show you is in the vertical orientation, you cannot only train listening, you can also train sending, and you can configure it. I think it's a paid option. You can configure it so that you can train iambic keying. So here you can select straight key, single lever pedal key, iambic key, type A, type B, reversed, whatever you want. Yeah, it says here in brackets pro version, so you have to buy it, but I mean, it's not so expensive. So, let's see, what did we want? No, let's see. Sending. Let's just try. I'm also very bad at sending, of course. So let's again go to level 19. And as you can see, it basically gives you the 2 pedals here at the bottom. And then you press start, and then it asks you to give it with the pedal. So, yeah, it's a bit odd, because usually on a pedal you squeeze it, thumb and index finger. And here you have to press it side by side. So it's a bit needs a bit getting used to. So I don't know if it's a great help, but I think you can put your thumb on the dot and the index finger on the dash. So I think might train the muscle memory. So let's see. Okay, that worked. That was wrong. It was exactly inverted. That was a J and not a V. Okay. That was wrong. F. Yeah, wrong. Try again. Okay. But now let's try to get it right. J, I gave it wrong first time, so hooray. was not fast enough with my fingers on the touchpad. Yeah, see, I always give 2 dots before I even touch the dash with my index finger. Oh, not working too well. Well, with the U it's helpful. It was a Z and not an X. Yeah. Okay, well, you get the idea. And yeah, once you went through all the letters, and you can do also Q codes and pro signs. So for example, here it gives you, first step of pro signs, again a function of the pro version. And level 2 gives you a few more. And well, I think it might be a good way to train up, recognize whole frequently used words as a pattern, so that you don't hear like the whatever CFM, but you hear it as one block and then think, hey, confirm, right. Okay, not sure how much time you want to spend with this. I should do more training, obviously, but it's pretty boring for you guys, so 15 minutes is maybe enough. So let's put this away and have a look at VaraAC. And I have it here already running in the background. Here's the program. And here are the 2 instances of the VaraHF modem. So that's the modem instance that would be used for doing the QSO, and the second one is where the monitor is running. And you see I already logged a few things. So I don't know. I completely forgot. I have a new invention. I also got myself a webcam, so I can show you my ugly face now. So let's see, if I click the camera button, I'll probably lose half of my subscribers, but where is it? Here is it. Hi guys. Okay, so now we can do this with showing my face. The only odd thing is my monitor is like down there, so I'm not looking straight into the camera. I also always have my eyes down on monitor level, which it's probably a bit odd, but anyway, we're here for VaraHF, not from my face. So let's see what I could also do. Yeah, I could mute now the input for the mobile phone. Much better. See, all this annoying white noise is gone. And then in theory, I could add an audio for monitoring the FTDX 3000. Let's see if I can quickly add that, or maybe I already have added it. Let me switch on monitoring for that, so that I hear the same stuff you hear. Brace yourself. I think it's not too bad. So that's basically 20 meter, 14.105. And as you can see, it's completely quiet. Let me try to start sending the beacon. I hope you don't have any audio in my distortion in my microphone audio, because on the headset here I get a bit of HF into the headset, so I hope it's only the headset side and not the microphone side. Here's somebody tuning. So if anybody's around and bored enough, they can call me. Let's have a look. PSK reporter map. Let me drag the browser window down. Let's have a look. Okay, we have to configure this a bit. Hide faint monitors, hide monitors if no reports. And show signals sent by my call sign. Okay, so one guy picked me up from Spain, EB7GAV. So let me move that back up to the second monitor. Let's see, is there anybody calling CQ recently? What's the time? 10:23 UTC. Not recently. Maybe I should call CQ. Shall we try that? But I hear faintly in the background, very faintly, a few VARA signals. Okay, I'll mute the receiver again. Too much white noise on the ears, it's not good for you. Yeah, there's somebody calling CQ, so let's see if he gets me signal. No, what's that? No, I think I was wrong. That was a beacon and not a CQ call. So yeah, in order for me to call CQ, I have to monitor quickly the channel where I'm sending. So unmute that, call CQ, and then see whatever. Let's pick channel 3, and when you click slot sniffer, it briefly changes, and you can hear if there's anything going on that channel, and as you can hear, nothing. And if you release the button, then it goes back to the calling frequency. So basically we could call CQ here and say we do the CQ on channel 3. Let me mute the FTDX and then call CQ and see if I can make a contact. Was not lucky so far. Well, I briefly had contact with an OM in the US, but then the propagation changed and he disappeared. So that was yesterday. Okay, so the CQ call was sent. So the way it works, it sends the CQ call on the calling frequency and then switches to the slot you've selected and waits for an answer there. But not sure if anybody's around. It's also an odd time here. Local time is 0:20 AM. No, that is, doesn't look promising. Nobody around, or my signal too weak or too crap. From the ALC, it should be okay, but no, I don't think we will be lucky here with the QSO, but yeah, yes, you can configure how long it stays on the CQ calling channel, but I think since this is a pretty new program, not a lot of people are around, so I think waiting 2 minutes is maybe pushing your luck. Maybe I should change the configuration, change it to, I don't know, 90 seconds or so. Let me see if I find it. Rig control. Yeah, here CQ slot wait time, but is 180 seconds. Okay, well, maybe let's try to go to 120. It's still pretty long for the few users that are around. See, and I have not even put the VaraAC properly into install directory. It still lives in the downloads folder. How embarrassing. I should move it to its proper location. Okay, so I hope... yeah, that's what I feared. You hit save and it loses... it cancels the waiting on the CQ channel. Yeah, before I started the stream, or while I was preparing the stream, OM was contacting me, and I was surprised that my receiver suddenly went into transmit, but I was just I was not fast enough to clear the IM away and say hello to the guy. So it was IU6HWW. Maybe you can look him up on qrz.com. Let's do that quickly in a second window. I don't know. I think I have not heard any Vara. Now something's happening here. I should look at my monitor window. Where's my monitor? Who was that? Yeah, probably that guy. Well, we could just try call the latest person who sent a beacon, but it doesn't mean that they are around to chat. So if I double click here, let's see if I get a contact. So the modem window should... I got... Maybe I should check my gain settings again. Nope. That did not work. Okay, let me check my modem settings. So I haven't bought the VaraAC modem yet, so I have to use this menu. But probably best not to do it on the CQ frequency. Let's go to slot 3. Check that it's free. Sounds like it. And then I can click tune here and set my ALC. Yeah, maybe like this. And now we can go back to the calling frequency. I should also open my logbook program. So in the unlikely case that I manage to do a QSO, it should automatically be sent to log for OM. Okay, and it's also the benefit because you can configure log4om to pick up the ADIF file that is written by VaraAC. And I think I did that yesterday. So let me find the configuration menu and show you. So here, this is the config menu for log4om. And as you can see, I have 3 monitors here. I have a monitor for the FLDigi ADIF file, one for JS8 call, and the last one is for VaraAC. And I think I've also set up the UDP. I haven't enabled the inbound UDP. I should enable it as well. So it's just go to the VaraAC homepage and they tell you how to configure that. So I just did whatever the manual said. But I mean, it makes sense. If you have here in the settings your rig control and it says send log to log4om on port 1200, then it makes absolutely sense that in log4om you listen to inbound ADIF messages on port 1200. So yeah, save and apply. And now I can look up the OM who called me earlier while I was setting up the stream, because I have him in log4om. So in theory, a single click on qrz.com and here he is. It was Luciano from Italy. Did he? Ah, here. Oh, great. Maybe I should not do this here. Show all the names from the logbook. But yeah, I just saw my name in the log. So now you also know my name. But anyway, this is HamRadio. So if you want, you just look up my name and address from the call sign. Okay, what does PSK reporter say? Yeah, well, in theory, I think minus 12 dB or minus 16, that should be good enough for a contact. For Z1AC Israel, that would be nice. Okay, let's go back here. Well, I just call CQ one more time. Have a quick listen on channel 3, nothing going on. So I must admit I did not do a lot with VaraHF modem so far. So of course I tried it briefly for WinLink, but so far I didn't buy the full license. I mean, it would be nice to support the guys, but $69 for something that I have not used very often. It's probably worth it. But it depends if I'm successful in making a contact here or not. Come on. Right, how long is our stream going? Then maybe I should just end it after half an hour. I think we're already beyond half an hour. Right, yeah, minute 34. Okay, with the 3-minute intro. We've reached half an hour. I have not heard any Vara contacts on 40 meter. We could also try 40 meter. Maybe that works better. And another thing that I also don't know is if you're supposed to have your transceiver bandwidth set to just normal SSB settings, or I mean, I could, for example, here set the 600 Hertz roofing filter on the FTDX, and then when I move it here, you see that you basically only get the audio where you're supposed to receive. So not sure what works better here. So I'll go back to standard 3 kilohertz. Okay, now it's sending out the next beacon. Yeah, probably a boring stream for you, but hey, that's life. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, what else have I been up to? Yeah, I tried to improve my YouTube setup here a bit. So getting the camera and some moody lights in the background. And then for my birthday, I also got a nice camera. I don't know if I move around, you can see it on the tripod here, like here. Complete overkill for my right now. I have to even moderate the chat because somebody is. How do I do this? Don't worry, you will be gone in a second. But the good thing is we can just move the monitor here down here. No, it doesn't work. So how do I edit this? Maybe in the studio application. So let's see. Remove. And yeah. Can also kick the spam bot. Hide user on this channel. Report. I can also report him. Interesting. Yeah. See, the only one who shows up is the spam bot. Oh, hooray. Whatever. I think I click hide user on this channel. This user's messages will be hidden. Okay. Good. So we got rid of that one. You live and learn with YouTube. Okay, 38 minutes. Let's try. Oh, no, there's something going on here. Yep, there is some VaraAC happening here. Another beacon from somebody. It would be nice to have at least one QSO while doing the stream. It's still showing the chat here, yeah? Hidden. Okay. Well, since nobody's in the chat, I can just hide the chat window. Plink plong. Incoming connection request. Hooray. From EA5 HFG. And I've probably configured all the automatic messages wrong. One thing I must say, it's pretty slow, but it's just 500 Hertz bandwidth, so okay. And my nice ASCII art also did not show up properly. I've configured it here in the appearance and sound, I think. No, not there. In can't predefined messages. So what was that supposed to be? That did not work. Interesting. It was supposed to be some wave or something and not some garbage characters. I think, yeah, let me fix that. So, save and close. Can I tell him to QSY? Let's try that. Oops. Maybe just one. Ah, yeah, you have the up. You have the up and down button here to, step one channel aside, but probably when you use this hash here, you can let's see. Did that work? The QSY? I'm not sure. Did it work? Or did it not work? Ah, it worked. So in theory I can say hello to that UM now. It seems to work. Good. That means at least my setup of VaraAC is not completely wrong. But I have to check my canned messages. I think I did not really properly set them up. I also don't think I need here extra the name and the QTH a second time. I think I can get rid of, oops, that. So that should work better. And here also rig and antenna is probably not needed because it's part of the canned message anyway, so maybe this works better. Save and close. How do I send a canned message? Let me see. Ah, my info, maybe. Depends what I've set up right here. Let's see. I don't want to send him the same message again. So I think it's, yeah. Under Rick, he would get my Rick details. What SNR did I? Oh, here's a -2, -5, -9. I think I should have no problems with continuing this QSO. Yesterday, when I had this contact with the OM from the US, somehow the propagation changed and the connection basically dropped. But since the first thing that happens on a VaraAC QSO is the RST, well, SNR exchange, not really RST. Now let's see if I can send him this message, Rick. And if I click enter, what did it do here? Maybe my canned message still needs editing. What is this? Oh, this is supposed to be 10 watt, I think. Maybe I've not set it up properly. Let's have a look. Canned messages, rig, antenna, power. Why does it? No. Here it does not. It's strange. In the name QTH locator, it has the keyword inside the angle brackets, but for rig, antenna, power, it doesn't. This is a bit strange. So I can put the prefix here. Back in. Odd. It's not very consistent, is it? Where is this? Where did that came from? This signal report. Has he requested that? Yeah, but the ALC is right bang in the middle on the FTDX 3000. So around the, well, S4, S5. So it's right in the middle of the ALC section. So I actually don't really have a clue what I'm doing here, I must say. No. I mean, obviously I've watched the video from Arthur, so it can't be completely wrong, but it needs a bit getting used to. It has the same, how should I say, rustic graphic style as FLDG. I mean, FLDG is also like, full of tiny little text fields and buttons. But you can't complain. It's all open. Well, it's not open source, but it's, or is it? I have not even looked if VaraAC is open source, but let's have a look. Facebook group. No, I'm not doing Facebook. But what I wanted to say is people are doing this all in their spare time, so you can't really complain that things don't look super nice, or you don't have the button color that you like, or the background color that you like. Okay, so now he ran away. Okay, thank you very much. Juan, thanks for the QSO. And I got just a pop-up after the disconnect, and it says, do you want to QSI back to the calling frequency? And we click yes. And the question is, did the automatic logging into log4om work? So if I drag this down here. Yes, it did work, but I don't know if it picked up the call via the ADIF scanner or via the UDP connection, but at least it did not show here up double as a double entry. And I told the guy this was my second QSO, but here it says I have 4 VaraAC QSO in the log, but I think one of them was a ping or something, and the second one was I think also just the RST request, so it doesn't really count. So I had two proper QSOs, one cancelled in the middle, so that was with David K4SUE, and the second one now with Juan. Okay, so I think since the stream is already running for 55 minutes, we might call it a day. So that was lucky that I managed to do my first proper QSO that, ran through, have the connect, have the canned messages, a bit of general chat, and then the disconnect. So that was working fine. And as I said, since the signal exchange comes at the beginning, I think it still counts as a QSO when you just, do the SNR exchange and then the propagation drops. So if you do some DX and get a bit of personal touch in, I think that's a bonus. Okay, so let me have a look at once more to PSK reporter. Not a lot of people hear me. 10 watts is a bit measly. Here, there's another guy in the US. -14 might still work. Okay, I think I will end the stream. I'll probably be playing here with the VaraAC for another 30 minutes or so. We're approaching 1 a.m. here now. And then it's time for bed and more household chores waiting in the morning. So maybe that was interesting. Since the stream is recorded, you can just fast forward and skip the boring bits, skip the Morse code bit or skip the VaraAC bit and just watch what you want. So I hope I have some more spare time in the next few weeks and can use my new camera. Another thing that I try to do is to improve my channel logo. So I try to get rid here of the improvised LabCat logo and get a nice proper logo done. So that's why I experimented with